so good.
Woo.
Hey everyone, welcome back to JR Pro Shop Vids.
Today we'll be doing best balls of 2021. Jungo will be doing Storm, Rotogrip, and 900 Global. I'll pick my 3 favorite, and Barks will pick his 3 favorite from the family of 7 brands from Brunswick. All right, same as last time. I'll go first.
Sounds good to me.
All right, 3 best balls of 2021 for Jungo. First up, we got the old Reality. This ball is one of my favorite tanks. This one's drilled pin down. We're just gonna bowl on the house shot here, so we'll give it a couple tosses, see how it rolls. Woo. Steady as she goes. That's the Reality. I have a couple. This one's the pin down one. I like it a little bit better than the pin up, so that's why I'm throwing it. It's just a little bit more tame off the back end, so I'm able to stay a little bit further right with it on like heavier conditions, medium and long will, and really control that shape down lane when you still need a big ball. So let's move a couple right off that. Throw it again. See how it picks up in the mid lane there and just kind of lays off into the spot. So really nice, really able to control the fresh conditions. Reality, it just depends on what the lanes are playing like. I definitely can use it on the short, medium, and long. So that's why I really like that ball. You know, it doesn't matter if I don't know what the lane conditions are. That one's gonna come. Probably gonna work at some point. Probably early in the day, and just really good for controlling that back end when the lanes are really fresh. Back ends are really fresh too. So really good ball. Next up, the release was the RST X2. Really good complement to the X1. This goes a little bit further down lane, definitely more pop than the X1. Really good for a little bit of burn on medium and long. Yeah, it looks here on the house shot. You can see how much cleaner through the front and how much more angular it is than the Reality. Really good 1-2 punch with that too, and the X1. So the X1 will fit right in between those two. One of my faves from 2020. All right, let's slow it down a bit, move a little bit left. 3 boards. Yeah, really nice. Really continuous in the back end. Really good for a little bit of burn, medium and long. A little bit later in the day. Really, really good. And then, of course, 3rd ball, Mr. Idol. I know this ball was just released a couple weeks ago, maybe a month ago, and really good. I call it my house shot killer. It really blends out the medium patterns, like wet, dry, left to right. If you're bowling house shots lots, bowling a league on a house shot, something like the Idol here is really gonna smooth that out, and you'll be able to shoot some big scores. I already got a 900 with this ball. It's nuts. Kind of just playing the same spot here. A little bit more continuous than the Reality there I have. So good on the house shot. Medium sport, challenge conditions as well. So good. It's got a little bit of lane shine on it now, as you can tell. I think it reacts a little bit better this way. Just for my game anyway. Just gotta make sure what you like, put it on your ball. Yeah, it just goes through the pins so well because of the really nice shape on the house condition. Crazy. Really, really like that one. We're about halfway through the video. Just want to ask a question. Let me know down in the comments, what ball impressed you the most in 2021? Any brand, anything. You don't even have to own it. If you just saw it on TV, really liked it, let me know down in the comments. So just got done throwing my 3 favorite balls of 2021, and I just wanted to mention a couple other balls that really impressed me. One was the Hype Pearl. For a low-end HP2 level ball, that ball really turned the corner in the back end, and I will definitely be using it in tournaments. I'm just gonna be a little bit specific on what conditions I bring it to. Secondly, we have the Dark Code. Didn't quite make the cut for the top 3, but really close, I would say 4th. Gets on the lane really easy, makes a nice continuous motion, but I think the X2 here hooks it just a little bit more, and I like that a little bit better. And last but definitely not least is the UC3. Really bridges that gap for me between like my fast pitch and my IQ Tour, reactive and urethane, and I think you'll be seeing a lot of that ball. Really continuous for a urethane, and I'm excited to use it on something short and maybe even some shorter medium patterns as well. Let's see what Barks has to say with his 3 favorite balls.
Hey guys, we just heard from Jung, his 3 favorite balls of 2021. Let's start with mine. My favorite ball by far, Obsession Tour. Now for me, this is a ball that really bridges the gaps between the higher end, really strong asymmetric balls and some of the symmetric balls in our lineup. Gives a unique ball motion that I've never really seen in a ball before. I really like it. It's smooth with just enough kick down lane. Let me show you what I mean. There you go, slap the 7 out. So my Obsession Tour has probably 150 games on it. It's been detoxed twice. But that thing still makes the corner. It still kicks it out real hard. It's a ball I like to use on medium to shorter patterns, 42 feet or less, let's say, especially so on the fresh. Let's throw one more, and we'll move on to the next ball. So good. All right, so we've seen what the Obsession Tour Solid can do. Next ball up, Obsession Tour Pearl. Now, I've been watching this channel a long time. I'm not a big fan of Pearl balls. They've never really matched up with my game. This one seems to never miss the spot. That's a complaint that I have about a lot of Pearl balls. Sometimes they jump too hard, and sometimes they never really make the corner. But I've never had an issue with this ball. This ball's been so good to me, especially on longer patterns when they start to break down a little bit. I'm gonna stand in the same spot that I played with the Solid. Pretty good shot there. A little bit cleaner through the front part of the lane, a little bit more angle down lane. But 2 bowling balls that really complement each other well. Yeah, with those 2, we have 2 very different colors, very distinct looks, but complement each other really well in the lane. Let's throw one more, same spot, put my hand around it, see if we can corner a little bit harder. Ooh, good mix there. So a couple of honorable mentions, a couple balls that didn't make my list. I'm going to start with the Purple Hammer. Great ball, a very versatile ball, good for shorter patterns. It's a very unique ball motion. The only reason I didn't include it, it's not really a new ball. It's one that we've made in the past. You know what it does, you've seen what it does. If you haven't seen what it does, you can watch our video right over here. It's one of my favorite balls from this year, but for those reasons, it didn't make my list this time around. Second ball I wanted to include on my honorable mentions list, the Track Proof Hybrid. Now this is a ball that came out really early in the year. It came out all the way back in January. That's a ball I use on really heavy oil conditions and especially longer patterns on the fresh. Now the only reason it's not included on the list today, it was recently discontinued. Now if you can find one at your local pro shop, I urge you to go out and get it. It's a great ball. So getting back to the list, the last ball that makes the list is the DV8 Damn Good Verge. So having been part of the Brunswick family of brands for the last couple of years, I have noticed that sometimes our symmetric balls don't measure up to some of the other companies. This DV8 Damn Good Verge is the exception. It is the best symmetric ball we have in our lineup, and it really bridges the gaps between our really high performance balls and the stuff in the kind of mid-range. Smooth rolling core, really strong cover stock. I find that it hooks about as much as the Obsession Tour. It's just a little bit more of a rounded shape. Let's take a look at what that looks like. I'll stand in the same spot as the Obsession Tour. Probably a hair earlier and just a little bit more rounded. Yeah, a little bit earlier roll and just a smoother shape overall. Really good when those back ends are flying and you really want to control it without throwing urethane. That's the kind of ball you want. One more good one and we'll wrap this thing up. Ooh, can opener there. Let's wrap this thing up. Thanks everyone for watching. Make sure you comment below. Which ball impressed you the most this year? Let us know in the comments.
All right, that concludes the ball releases for 2021. We're really looking forward to 2022. How many balls will they release?